The Australian Defence Force is warning China to abide by international laws ahead of the expected arrival of Chinese spy ships for this year's Talisman Sabre. The two-week event is the largest training exercise between the Australian Defence Force and the US military. It's designed to strengthen international ties and test warfighting capabilities. Julia Bradley joins us live on board HMAS Canberra in Sydney. Julia, what can we expect from this year's exercise?
Well, Gab, this year's Talisman Sabre exercise is the 10th iteration and it's expected to be the largest event yet. That is because of the amount of personnel which will be taking part in this two-week exercise. 30,000 members of the military as well as 13 nations. Now, at the moment, we're on standby to hear from the Deputy Prime Minister, Richard Marles, as well as the US Secretary of the Navy. They'll be holding a press conference here on board HMAS Canberra within just the next half hour. After that, there'll then be an official ceremony on board HMAS Canberra, which will officially launch Talisman Sabre 2023. So 13 nations taking part in the event this year, which is a joint operation between the Australian Defence Force and the US military. It's all designed, as you said, to strengthen those military ties and also test warfighting capabilities. So we'll see Japan take part in the exercise this year, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, as well as Canada. And for the first year, Indonesia and Germany will also be taking part. Now, our Pacific Island neighbours this year will have a larger role in the exercise. They'll be more heavily incorporated into Talisman Sabre this year, so Tonga and Fiji, for example. Germany, though, indicating it wishes to take part this time around as it wants to send a clear message to democracies that it wants to uphold the international rules-based order. Now, there has been a bit of reporting already about the fact that in years gone by, China, while it doesn't take part in this exercise, has sent spy vessels over to see what's going on at Talisman Sabre. The ADF indicating that that's likely to happen this time around as well, sending a clear message for China to stick to international laws. Now, this event, it's going to be testing real-world simulations, real-world examples and warfighting capabilities of those nations involved.
And Julia, the AUKUS submarine deal looks to have hit a snag.
Well, Gab, key legislation to approve Australia's nuclear-powered submarines deal struck through AUKUS looks to have hit a snag in the US Congress. This is because Senate Republicans have vocalised concerns upon advice from defence experts about this fast-tracked bill. Firstly, the concern about America's ability to meet its own production needs in this space, but also concerns that the $3 billion that Australia stumped up to get those 3 Virginia-class submarines may not be enough to cover that. Now, this tactic from Senate Republicans is believed to have been a tactic pretty much to convince the White House to spend more for defence, so increase that defence spending budget. That's something we'll certainly be putting to Richard Marles when he speaks here in about 20 minutes' time. Gab?
Julia Bradley, thank you.